Hey YouTube, Natchez 860. Smoking the Friday Savinelli with some haunted bookshop. In search of spring. Throughout my adult life, certain pleasant memories come to mind now and then. And I'll be the first one to say you can't live in the past. But it's a lot of fun to go back. Remember some good times. I'll be talking about spring of 1968, 69, and 70. And at some point in your life, you start to wonder, what was so great about these memories I got? And I've thought about this many times. And I came up with three things that I think made those springs very special. So in 1968, I was 13. I have to believe that teenage hormones had something to do with making that a terrific spring. Because I'm sure everybody's experienced spring fever at one time or another. The other thing is that at that age, you've lived through enough springs to start to appreciate the magic, the rebirth. After a long winter, there are new smells, new sounds, new sights. Everything changes. It's pretty exciting. Several years back, I was perusing the internet. Something to do with Massachusetts, where I grew up. And in this, whatever I was reading, stated that the winters of 68, 69, and 70 were among the worst in history. And as I thought back, I remembered, it seems to me that it snowed in November those years. We never saw bare ground again until April. Being a kid, stuck in the house for the most part, that really makes you welcome spring even more. It's very interesting too if you look at some of my videos. The story I told when I got my Rick Black pipe about being out in the neighborhood playing. Riders on the Storm, that was a spring story. The story I told when I smoked the Cuban cigar, that was a spring story. All part of those pleasant memories. Every spring now, I think about living through those springs and how great it was. Knowing that I can't relive that, but I can still appreciate the magic and try to take a few moments to catch a whiff of the spring air. Listen for the birds that we haven't heard since last autumn. Spring peepers. Fantastic time of year. So I want to thank you for joining me in my little quest for spring, and hope you all have a great Easter weekend.